Yeah, Coach, I guess maybe let's just start off by your just a general overview of how you saw the match tonight.
Look, of course, a difficult match as per expectation. Cape Town Spurs, a couple of games that I've watched, very deadly going forward with the likes of Power. I'm not surprised that he got rid of the match. I thought he was causing a problem for us. But the most important thing was for us to try and deny them to get behind us, because we know they are dangerous in terms of we allow them to get the ball in front of us and we try to press in certain moments. So I thought the boys, they applied themselves very well under difficult conditions against a very difficult opponent.
Coach, would you say Spurs, having been playing in the first national division last season, maybe this made your team to think, because like you played with them last season and then this season maybe?
I don't think, if you look at the footprint of Coach Nedbank as compared to how they were playing last season, I thought they were a little bit having players that will be more on the ball, and they get moments in behind. They were not using much of a pace last season. They were aerially superb. They'll get set plays and they try to punish you. But when Coach Middendorp came in, he brought now an element of speed up front. Yes, personnel will be there, but the tactical approach, in my view, I think he changed a bit. But of course, we know their strength. We know a player like Pewa, how he plays. We know the strength of Cupido, and we know a lot of them in the team. That's the only thing. And then we tried to give players information in terms of how they should deal with situations. But for me, it was a difficult match.
Coach, I see in your lineup you left a few of the senior players, Spanion and the keeper and a few others. Was it a deliberate thing to do with one eye on the bread and butter business of the league?
I think if you remember at the press conference there, I mentioned that we've got a squad of 35, and those players need to get given a run, and this was an opportunity to give other players an opportunity to play while you are resting your players that will play. In this match, if you look at it, we only started the 3 players who are regular in the starting, and the rest were out. Julius, Piani, the keeper, Maova, a lot of them, they were out. So we thought we do have enough depth. We just need to give these boys an opportunity to obviously showcase their talent, and I thought they've done themselves justice.
And again, from my side, though you are happy you are to the last round, this situation gives you a tricky situation, because the domestic league is getting more serious now. We're entering the last 10 matches of the season. You have to find a way of how you tackle these things going forward now.
I think the approach is exactly what I explained, where I said we increased pool of players. The most important thing is to know which players you are going to use more in certain competition. If we go to a league, what type of players and what type of tactical approach we are going to use. And same applies. We go to Nedbank, I'm sure majority of these guys that we're playing today, you still see them in the last 16, because I believe they've got what it takes. And of course, once or twice, maybe we might want to mix, depending on the opponent that we'll be facing in Nedbank. But for me, any player that we call upon, they've been honest to me, they've been honest to the club, and we give them that opportunity to play.
And Coach, just another thing in terms of the style of football. I know NFD is they say it's not a beauty contest and stuff like that. I see you are not necessarily following this new trend in football of playing from the back and building up and that kind of thing. It happens once in a while, but it's not like your DNA. What's your view on this whole new phenomenon of football being played these days?
Look, I'm of the view that sometimes it will be informed by the type of players that you do and what is your objective. And our objective is to get the team promoted. We try always to do that. But equally, I always have an opinion in terms of that. I always say, if we are the same in terms of how we are playing the whole country, then we might be doing injustice to our national team coach, because he needs different type of players when he goes to the war. So some of us at this level, we need to try and prepare players a little bit different. When you have this type of approach, he might, when he's got opportunity to look at this type of players and say, maybe one day I'll need this type of a player. So I'm of the view that because they always say if you get the same result which are not good and you still repeat the same thing, then you are going to get the same result, you know. So you have to change and try to find something, and that's what I believe in. And in my view, this type of football, it was not started by me. If you look at AmaTuks during the time of Mama Niang, Bongani Zungu, it was almost similar, you know. So we had Mama Niang up front, and we were using him effectively. He assisted us, and we got the team where we wanted it to get at. And at the end of the day, it worked. And it's not new. Maybe the person that is new, it's me. And that's why maybe sometimes you'll hear 1, 2, 3. But in my view, the Tuks that I know has always playing this type of football, and at the same time producing a lot of players. If you look at PSL and even players that have retired, we had an opportunity to produce a lot of players playing almost similar style of football.
Lastly from me, now attention to the league now.
Yeah, no, definitely we have to obviously forget a little bit about this and go to a new sort of challenge in third territory, which is the league. It's not easy. Those teams there, they're not easy, but we need to work on players mentally, because you know they can be complacent after this. We still need to remain humble. We still need to remain focused. We still need to demand. We still need to apply basics in critical moments. We can't take things for granted, because at the end of the day, we are professionals and we have to respect the game. We have to respect the people that are coming to watch football. We have to respect you guys as media. We have to respect even our management. So we have to push. We have to grind results.